Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Hello to all my beautiful nerds, and welcome and back from traveling the vast universe to the channel. I bet you're wondering, hey, where's Siri? Well, I finally got that triple finger double tap to work to shut her up so I could record without her talking. So sorry to everyone who had to bear with that for the longest time. Now I got it to work, and I am so glad it's finally working for me to turn her off and record without her speaking. And thank you to Jose from Florida Vision Tech. I'm not sponsored by them, unfortunately, but hey, what can I do? It's tech, and usually blind tech is expensive. But anyways, that's not what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm doing a start to a new series with this, the Emily Noel Wants palette. This thing is hard to find, but hey, I finally got it in person. And I wanted this for a while. As you know, YouTuber Emily Noel 83 has come out with two palettes with Makeup Revolution, which is a UK based brand, but they do release their stuff in Ulta here in the United States. And they are a really good brand, very affordable, but this palette was 20 bucks. But hey, I had coupons and I had points saved up from last month, all thanks to buying two of the Urban Decay palettes for my birthday. Well, one as a gift, the other one by myself. But anyways, I was glad that the Ulta that I went to had 3 of these left. And the funny thing was, the website is back in stock. Hoping you guys could get this. This thing is a very popular product. She is an awesome YouTuber. I got into her all thanks to her beauty broadcast ads on YouTube, and I'm like, maybe I should check her out. And she gives really good advice when it comes to buying products, where to buy, what's good, what's not good in the drugstore, etc. And she got to team up with Makeup Revolution to create 2 palettes, the needs and the wants. I went with the wants because I like the eyeshadow aesthetic that she created. Thing is huge. It looks like that. And I tried this out with the more cool tone side to it. The great thing is this is both warm tone and cool tone. It looks like a lot of brands are starting to do that now, since there's so many warm tone palettes out there. We need more cool tones to the brands that are out there. I heard Urban Decay is releasing the Naked Cherries palette. Yes, I'm thinking of getting that to add to my Naked collection, but I have to kind of wait because since I'm going to be moving soon, so I'll be kind of looking out for that. But this palette, as I said, was $20. The Needs palette is $15. And that has more of your basic stuff, like your basic eyeshadows and your face products too. But I went with the Wants palette because, you know me, and eyeshadow, I do love my eyeshadows more than other products. And I did test this out with a cool look. So today I'm going to be playing around with the greens and 2 of the brownish shades in this palette to create a somewhat fall look with this palette. So I am going in. Wait, where's my index cards? If I was sitting on them. Okay, I got my handy dandy index cards. And let's see. For the lid today, I am going into the shade Grateful, which is shade number 13. Oh, hold on. Don't want to accidentally. Phew. Still recording. Thank goodness. Don't want to have an accident with my Braille sense. Okay. So basically I'm going into the shade Grateful, which is shade 13. I bet you're wondering, what's my thoughts on the older YouTube beauty community issues? I was planning on doing a post over on the WordPress side, but maybe I should just do like a bit of a summary, because after watching Jacqueline's video and some of my other videos, including Marlena Stell, okay, there's 13. Not agreeing with Nikki Murphy, by the way, not all YouTubers are the same when it comes to how they are. When it comes to sponsorships, codes, all that. And I want you to know, I'm kind of sorry if I kind of say not sponsored by whoever I wish I was. That's kind of a bit of a joke. I'm not going to make that joke ever again, because I don't want you guys to feel like you can't watch my beauty stuff because of that part. I admit I do have discount codes, but I only stick those over on the WordPress side of things. And I did put my affiliate code with Coastal Scents in my Revealed Palette series. But most of the time I kind of feel like, okay, not everybody's going to use these. So I'm really sorry about that. Be glad I don't shove it down your throats like most people do. I don't want to do that with you guys. Be glad I'm not affiliated with Morphe. I find Morphe okay, but not the best when it comes to things. So yeah, I do like other brands, and I do admit I buy their products out of pocket. So yeah, at least I buy the stuff. And a lot of people do make good points in supporting the smaller talent, because you never know who's out there. A good portion of my subscription feed, besides the big YouTubers like Nikki Tutorials, Jeffree Star, Shane, even James Charles, I do watch the smaller YouTubers like Samantha Ravendall, okay, Definer, I am going in with, if I could, Corduroy, shade 20. Okay, that's 6, 12, 18, 19, 20. Also Danielle Schmidt, even my friend Vivi. I would say check her out if you haven't. She does a lot of colorful makeup looks, and she does outfits of the days, which is awesome. And of course, Jake, Makeup Master, I kind of consider somewhat small since, you know, a lot of brands don't support him as much, which you should at least give a guy with a beard that loves makeup a chance. But anyways, like everybody says, just give the smaller YouTubers a chance. Don't, like, if you don't want to support the really big YouTubers that have been causing a lot of controversy, it's your choice. So that's about it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Hoping no other drama gets caused from anything else. So back to the good vibes of this video. I'm still using corduroy, which is a nice little emerald green from this palette. I am so glad she added a few greens because I kind of feel like you don't get enough greens in one palette. Oh, anyways. No, wait. Okay, next is onto my crease, which is going to be Good Vibes, just shade 17 in this palette. 24, 18, 17. Yeah, these shadows are so pigmented. Even though Makeup Revolution is a really good brand, but sometimes people do have hits and misses with this brand. Not all brands are perfect, but this one in particular is very pigmented. I do have the unicorn palette, the original unicorn palette. I still need to get the I Heart Unicorns thing. I haven't gotten it yet. And the Iconic 2 palette, which was the first one of the first palettes I've ever gotten while I was at Ulta. Still have my Light and Shade contouring palette. I need to give that some love in the future. Okay, next I am going in with the outer corners, which I would be using Capricorn, which is shade 18. At first I wanted to use Prayer, which is this sepia brown color, but I'm like, I think Capricorn would be the better choice because it's more of a mocha brown. And I'm trying to keep this as, yeah, I should use this one. This is the double-ended brush from the Snowball palette that MAC released last year. I am still surprised that brands are starting to announce their holiday collection. I'm like, slow down, makeup brands. Like, MAC's been announcing it. Urban Decay is now announcing it. I believe Tarte. Yeah, Tarte. It's kind of weird. It's going to be in the pineapple. Apparently, it's a tradition in Sweden to give pineapples around Christmas time to your neighbors, which is kind of interesting. Most of the time here in Puerto Rico, well, Puerto Ricans tend to have roasted pork on Christmas Eve because it's basically our way of doing Christmas. We mostly celebrate it on Christmas Eve opposed to just on Christmas Day as tradition. I know it's September. I should not be talking about Christmas traditions. I'm going back into Good Vibes to blend it to not lose that copper. But anyways, not only that, we do have a coconut drink called Coquito. And if my Spanish sounds horrible, please don't comment down below about that. My Spanish is kind of not the best. But anyways. But the pineapple palette for holiday, that would have been better during summer. And put the fairy thing for winter, in my opinion. And I don't know, Tarte has not been exciting me with their products, especially in eyeshadow. I need a new baby wipe because they always release the same old colors. Because when you look at the Mermaid palette, it reminds me of the Beauty Treasures palette from Ulta. Okay. And they're pretty much doing the same thing. Rinse and repeat for this pineapple thing. Okay, for brow, I'm using Side Hustle, which is a khaki green, which is shade number 21. But again, I think most brands should start announcing their holiday stuff around holiday, not all the way in August/September. Even though I am kind of curious what Ulta is releasing for their sets, because I did enjoy all three sets that I ended up buying. The Beauty Treasures, the Be Gorgeous. I'm going to be hitting pan on those shades. I know it. Because I already hit pan on one of the gel liners already. Yay. And see if they're going to do the same packaging that they do, which is like a caboodle type style or a jewelry box, because I am using the Beauty Treasures box for all my jewelry right now. So I could move it a lot more easily. And yes, I kept the box. Okay, next I am going into the emerald green eyeliner from Ulta's Beauty Treasures thing. because since I took out all of the remaining items from the Beauty Treasures, I have all the gel liners in one little Z palette because I cut up the plastic and I ended up losing one of my little cream stuff. So do our brow powders. Ended up losing one of my gel top coats. Okay. Wait. Better guideline. Since I use the purple. Yeah, it's right above the brow powders in this thing. And I'm going to be using the emerald green. I find it weird in this set they added an emerald green when there's no emerald green eyeshadow in the entire palette. I mean, Ulta, you should put in the either the Be Gorgeous set or the, what was it, the Love Makeup set, because that's where the green shadows were. Not in this set, because you mostly have a lot of purples in the eyeshadow, like the more smokier colors. Yeah, because Love Makeup had more of the warm and the cool mixed in. Same with Be Gorgeous, but you also had the green shades on top of that. And Be Gorgeous. But why put an emerald green eyeliner if you didn't put any green shadows? That made sense in those two sets. Not this one. I'm hoping if they decide to put green shadows in any of their sets that they include a green eyeliner in the entire gel liner inclusion. I'm hoping they include like the six pack of the gel liners in one of the sets at least, because that was very helpful in the Be Gorgeous set. Yeah, this doesn't have magnets attached to it, so I had to be careful. I know I should have popped out the pans, but here's the problem though. They're not magnetic, and they're hard to pop out. That's another improvement they should do. If someone wants to pop out the pans, and also they warp easily if you try to pop them out. One, make them out of strong material. Two, make it easier to pop them out like Ofra does with their palettes. I mean, when they did their Ulta exclusive palette for the holidays, it was easier to remove the shadow pans and the face products because I rotated two of the shadows to make more sense in the lineup. And now I'm gonna clean up because sometimes gel eyeliner can be a humongous mess. And sometimes fallout can be all over the place. But still, I'm kind of excited to see what Ulta has to give for this holiday season, because I realized last year before getting the Urban Decay Naked palette for Christmas, I bought the sets from Ulta because, one, they're more convenient, two, they're easy to travel with, and three, I enjoy their products a lot when it comes to their makeup. Okay, for mascara, I will be using my new tube of the Full Fan Effect mascara from Maybelline. That's another thing. Oh, this is not it. There are times when brands hardly get mentioned on YouTube when we've known them for so long, like Rimmel. I know while it gets mentioned a lot, but Maybelline, CoverGirl is still getting mentioned because they have released a lot of product. I haven't bought anything lately from CoverGirl since, I don't know, their mascaras have been not working except for the Total Tease mascara. That always works on my eyes for some reason. I think one of the Lash Blast also has worked very well. I'm hoping I can find this fan effect, because I know I dug for a mascara yesterday, and I put the new tube in here last Saturday. I picked it up. And I know I labeled it too. I have so many things in here. I found it. My Full Fan Effect mascara by Maybelline. Well, it is my replacement for the Chaotic mascara, which makes me sad about that being discontinued. Because it works so much. Okay. Gotta be careful with those little pokey bristles. That's one thing I don't like about applying mascara as a blind person. Pokes out my eye. Because you can't really see where you're putting the wand. Even though I used to guide the wand all over where I need to apply. Okay, next up is Z-Face. I'm going to be concealing with my favorite concealers from NYX Cosmetics. If you're starting out with makeup, I highly recommend these. And going in with my concealing brush, first with the green. And update on the formula 1006 3 times Sublime. It's still working out for me a lot, even though I still have this dark spot over here. And I'm still using it. The great thing about with that product is lasting me more than a month already. Well, also like into September. It's gonna be fun if I find out it's gonna last me more than September. Because sometimes when I get like deluxe sample products, it does last me a while. I mean, for instance, Ava NYC, I found out what I was gonna get this month yesterday because they were like sneak peek, and one of the products I'm getting is a hair product by Ava NYC because when I tried out something by them in BoxyCharm, that thing lasted me for 6 months. Um, well, to tell you the truth, you're like putting in a small bit in your hair, especially when my hair is so short. I'm trying to grow this hair out like crazy. You only use so little. I mean, it goes the same way with my R&B by Lush Cosmetics. If you have frizzy hair like I do, get that stuff. It's a lifesaver. I've been using it since it first came out back in 2008 or 2009. Now going to light. And especially when you dye your hair, it's also perfect for that. And now I'm going in with my light concealer. But anyways, that is gonna last me for a while. I know it. Like with this product, I'm not sure if I'll buy a full size of it, but I could probably find an exfoliator that's pretty much a dupe. Under the eye. Over here, where I got the green on my skin. And also thanks to Ulta, they did get me into color correcting products. And that's why I did my research and got the NYX color corrector. That's a good thing about having Siri on silent. I could actually move my head without it saying the different faces and where it is in the viewfinder. And I know everybody's going to be commenting, thank goodness you got Siri to not talk. I know it's annoying. I'm really sorry. I'm kind of a bit of a noob when it comes to this YouTube stuff on my own. I could use a regular camera, but the cameras don't really have Bluetooth capabilities with the Braille Sense, so I have to rely on that without voiceover. And that's the funny thing, it does it on silent mode, so it tells me the face directions. And it's still recording, by the way. Yeah, still recording. Now on to foundation. And going in with Buff Bisque by Wet n Wild. I have to be careful with the drips with this. Okay, I need my spongy. Oh yeah. Next, I am going with my under eye setting powder with the NYX translucent powder, the pressed edition. This powder has lasted me for a while, ever since I got it back in, what was it, around April or May? And next, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild powder in warm beige. I'm trying to use it all up before I open my new one. The thing is, I switched shades, so you'll be seeing natural beige, or is it neutral beige? Because someone found me and my dad in the makeup area last Saturday, since I had to get more of my powder while I was looking for home stuff. And they said neutral beige, I think, kind of fits my skin tone a little bit more. We'll see about that when I open it. Probably might be on a video, because since I mentioned this is the start of a new makeup series, I'm going to be using my makeup collabs by other YouTubers, because I have a few palettes. I have the Stardust by Vegas Nay, Power Makeup by Nikki Tutorials, Dream Street with Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. I still haven't gotten the Zodiac palette. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it this month due to overdraft fees. Never be drastic when you're in school, kids. Never. Especially in graduate programs. That's my tip for you all. So, yeah. I couldn't get it, but I did get more of these headbands that I'm wearing on my head. They were 99 cents. I can't pass it up. I got one in black, one in dark pink, one in purple, and one in coffee color. I was inspired by my last pair of cat ears and tail, because they look like lattes with cream. Okay, for bronzer today, since it is Makeup Revolution after all, I am going in with my ready to go bronzer, which is still holding up with its compact. I did put this in my project pan so I finish it up and get it replaced. And gonna go in my usual areas of my face. And this is from their Vivid Baked Bronzer line, by the way. In case if you're wondering what part of Makeup Revolution is it from. Okay, now on to blush. At first I wanted to go with a more peachy blush, but I realized since this is more of a darker look with the emerald green and the copper, if I could get my blush brush from Glamour Dolls. Here it is. And I'm going to be using my warm berry blush because it would fit a lot better if I could find said blush around here. Oh, found it. Warm berry. Found this at Family Dollar many years ago. And girls at Beauty News do make a point. It's hard to pan a blush because you have so much of it in the pan. And this blush is very pigmented. I can't say a certain phrase with pigmented because it's trademarked. That's the thing. If it's like a normal phrase that you say, it should not be trademarked in such a way. And for my highlight today, it's been a while since I've whipped it out, and I felt like it fits with it almost. And that is my Moonlighter from Black Moon Cosmetics in the color Shroom. I still want to get Squid. I'm not sure if it's back in stock at Riley Rose. I have to try to see if it is. This thing is very pigmented, by the way. If you haven't tried out Black Moon Cosmetics, I highly recommend. I have one of their liquid lipsticks in Eternal, which I know I have to probably restock in the near future. And they don't cost an arm and a leg for one either. They're like around 16 to 18 bucks. Not bad, and they ship pretty easily from their website, from what I heard with Vivi. Oh, and wait, did I mention Swamp Queen palette when I was mentioning the new Look series? No, I haven't. But yeah, I'm going to be doing looks using those palettes. To show how I would do it as a nice little blind person. I almost said blonde. I had blonde highlights before, but I'm not blonde. I'm blind. And next I'm going to be setting my face with the By Wild setting spray. like it when the spray does that. Ugh. Can't spray. Wait, I'm spraying. And now I'm gonna fan it. Oh yeah. Feels good doing this. Especially on a hot September day in Florida. And for lips, I was thinking of using the Intense Butter Gloss, but speaking of Eternal, maybe I should use that instead to go with the copper crease. And I'm going to go in with my lip primer and lip plumper by e.l.f. Cosmetics. And also the great thing about the Black Moon Cosmetics liquid lips, they do stay on very well. Nice lip gloss. I know I marked it with a bump dot or bumpy square. And they smell good too. Okay, that completes it. And I'm going to take out these little kitty ears. Ugh, itch. Alright, that completes the entire look from my Emily Noel palette. So, how do I like the palette so far after testing it out yesterday? If you went on my Instagram, you probably seen that look. And all I have to say is Makeup Revolution did a really good job on it. Not only that, it fit the theme with Emily Noel a lot, because a lot of the colors kind of match with what she wears usually, which are plums and berries, and also very neutral colors, and a little bit of pop of green to make sure to add a little bit of, you know, smokiness. I would have to say it's very pigmented, like a lot of the other eyeshadow palettes. I mean, even Vivi told me that the mint chocolate palette that she got recently is pretty pigmented, but the shimmer shades need a little bit of spritzing on to use. I know I'm gonna be getting that at some point in time, but right now I'm focusing on the Emily Noel release, since I already got it. All I have to say is the mirror, even though I don't use it, it kind of reminds me of a vanity mirror, since I'm planning on getting myself a vanity desk in the future. But the mirror is huge. This thing you could probably travel with if you just want to use one palette for one trip, because you have a lot of eyeshadows to work with, like with the Born to Run palette by Urban Decay. Let's see, except you have a lot more neutrals to play with, a lot of purples, a lot of browns, a lot of like maroon, a few maroon colors, which I use like the purple maroon type color in this palette yesterday. What else? You do have a black in here, you do have your standard golds, and you even have like a peachy color, which goes with her aesthetic too, like a glittery peach. I do have to say, a few of the colors, like the more transition looking ones, you would probably have to go into a different palette if you're not into shimmery type colors, because you do have some shimmers, and some of the colors are pretty deep when it comes to purple and the plums. But of course, like I said, very pigmented, very versatile. If you just want to travel with one palette and want to go a purple look, or even use this during Halloween, Thanksgiving, even Christmas. I'm sorry if I'm mentioning Christmas again, but hey, you never know. Heck, I could probably use the plummy shades during Valentine's Day. I mean, you could do a lot of things with this palette for looks. I mean, even a very neutral look for work if you want to, because you have so many shades to choose from, or if you just want to do one shadow look for work, for instance, with one of the mattes. But yeah, so far so good. I'm really liking this palette. $20, not bad for a 24 color palette by Makeup Revolution. I definitely want to get more eyeshadow palettes. I hope they collaborate with a few more YouTubers. I know they have a few other ones like SophX, like I think it's supposed to be short for Sophie, because I know Angela Nyquist here on YouTube. She's a very honest YouTuber too, like Emily Noel when it comes to her reviews. I like her videos where there's new makeup releases and she's like, go on the wish list or no. I like how she pretty much tells you what she thinks about it. And yesterday I did watch her video talking about the Dark Magic palette from the ever so somewhat popular Jaclyn Hill Vault, which was a very good review. But as I said, back to the Emily Noel palette and Makeup Revolution, I'm hoping they do collaborate with other people that I do like. I could kind of see them maybe collaborating with Daniel Schmidt or Samantha Ravindal if they haven't yet, or even Raw Beauty Christie. I want to probably buy her palette too, because I like her and her spontaneous personality. Who else? I want to see, or really tiny YouTubers. Probably. Heck, if I was making a palette with Makeup Revolution, I would like base it off of song titles, like, because I always thought of different song titles for my own palette based on some music that I listened to over the past few years. And I admit, I listened to a lot of pop and a lot of rock and some Japanese artists too, like Asian Kung Fu Generation, Baby Metal, and other people. Even the Pillows. There was one that I would name it after Right On Shooting Star from the series Fully Cooley, because I was a fan of that show, despite it being 6 episodes. But I do love that song. But anyways, Makeup Revolution, you did a good job as usual, and I hope you collaborate with other people. I'm hoping Emily also gets another a collab with Makeup Revolution. I could imagine her also doing a blush palette with like more berry tone blushes and a little bit of pinks, because she is an amazing YouTuber. I pretty much applaud on all the hard work that she has done the past few years, and I hope she keeps on going with what she does. She is an amazing person, and even Jen loves reviews. Was even in a few videos with her, so it was fun watching those as well. So I am hoping she keeps on collaborating with Makeup Revolution. Heck, if a prestige brand could get with her too, I wouldn't mind seeing something from Urban Decay with her. I know I love Urban Decay a little too much, but anyways, I guess that's about it when it comes to that. No, wait, a brand that should also collab with her, in my opinion, Lorac, which she loves that brand a lot, or even Ulta Beauty. I think they collabed with one or two YouTubers before, or maybe ColourPop. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting for any other collabs with other brands, because I know YouTube has changed a lot in the beauty community. Like I said before, just if you're not into the really big YouTubers, support some of the smaller ones. Like support me, my buddy Vivi, Raw Beauty Christie, Samantha Ravendall, even who else? Angela Nyquist, heck, even Emily. I highly recommend her as a YouTuber. I would definitely put her link down below for you guys to check her out if you're into a lot of drugstore stuff like I am. What else? Yeah, I did. I think I remember buying a few items on recommendation by Emily. But anyways, support the smaller YouTubers. Heck, even to the brands that are working with YouTubers, just try to get the smaller people. Here's my advice. I know, take it with a grain of salt, but support the smaller people over the really big ones, and don't go overboard on your PR products, because I heard that those packages could get a little expensive and high in price. I heard about one thing that NARS did, which was a doll, almost, with one of their PR packages, according to Samantha Ravendall. But I don't know. I would say if you want to do more PR packages for a lot of people, keep it simple, and just if you want to send people on trips, just keep the money like as less as possible when it comes to making the PR packages, and save up for the trips, because I heard about Bora Bora and Ibiza, Spain, and all that. But, or at least have some of the people pay for some of the stuff, like, do like we'll pay for your ticket, and you gotta pay for food, like some of the food, or even room service if you need to, and just get your own toiletries. Like, there you go. That's how I'm seeing it. And don't go all extravagant gifts. To tell you the truth, I'm just basic. I don't buy Gucci or Louis Vuitton. I only get higher end palettes if I can when it comes to gifts, or if I saved enough, for example. So I would, as I said, from getting away from the tangent, support some of the smaller YouTubers. And for any brands out there, if you're watching this, support some of the smaller people too, because we're working our butts off as much as we can to get our material out there. I mean, Nerdy Chic Universe started just as video interviews, because transcribing an interview is not easy from a recorder. And when we started doing the interviews. The very first interview was Eric Stewart. As you know, he played Brock from Pokemon way many years ago, and Seto Kaiba in Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was the first interview that we put up on here. And of course, we had John Swayze and Damian Clark, which some of you know, John Swayze, Lord Death from Soul Eater, and Damian Clark, Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2. And also the guy who ate people in Supernatural, if you're a Supernatural fan. So, yeah, we here came a long way. I decided to add on the beauty out of nowhere to at least, like, cater to my beauty nerds out there. So, that's why I do the beauty stuff. Yeah, it took me a while to finally figure out with Siri, but hey, I'm learning. I'm the biggest student in the room, even as now an assistive tech instructor. I am the biggest student now, so we learn from each other. Also, I understand making friendships on YouTube is a hard thing to do, but you do make a lot of friends, but don't be social climbers either. Don't use anybody if you're going to be friends with someone. Just ask for the advice and say thank you for that advice. And if you're going to still keep on talking with that person, just say, hey, I like your video. What tips or something that I could do in order to improve? And just leave it at that. If you want to still stay friends, don't use the person that helps you get to where you are today. You gotta remember, they helped you out a lot. And yes, drama will get in the way. A lot of arguments will get in the way, but you will get through it, and of course, you'll still be friends. I have friends myself, and I still love them to this day. Well, they're not YouTube friends, but they're friends in real life, and you don't want to lose those friendships. And as long as you're nice and loving to your friends, just know that they'll be there for you for any life's challenges. Heck, I rely on my... Please don't get emotional, Mari. Because I rely on my gal pals in their room for me as much as I root for them. So, that's about it. I know I rambled a little bit too much, and I'm hoping this doesn't get ruined for pictures, on Instagram. So, I hope you enjoyed this look. I hope you enjoyed my rambles. Please support the smaller YouTubers. Please get this palette while you can before it sells out again. Because when I got the email yesterday, I'm like, I just got it in person. Oh well. Just get it. Know that it's back in stock on Ulta. If not, add your name to the list and they'll send you an email saying, hey, it's back in stock. This thing is popular. Run! Run! And use eBays if you can. So, until next time, everybody, thanks to whoever subscribed recently to my channel. I love you all. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and make sure you follow us on WordPress and Twitter. We're still on there. I still post there like crazy, and soon I'll be doing my Ranger Stop Convention Spotlight. Woohoo! We're finally doing press! So, until next time, stay beautiful in the vast universe, everybody.